These are frightening times, especially for children who have cancer. Please donate to Click Sergeant now and help brave children through the scariest days of their lives.
The day that his hair started falling out was a really hard day because the minute that it starts coming out, you can see your child has cancer.
Cancer wants to destroy young lives, but Click Sergeant is supporting the NHS on the front line to get children with cancer through this crisis. Donate now to stop cancer tearing families apart.
I had this image that cancer always got cured, people always got better. So to be confronted with the fact that not only that isn't really what happens, and I was one of those people that it was happening to, that was a shock for me. My name's Kat, I'm 24, I'm from London, and I was diagnosed with a soft tissue sarcoma when I was 22. The first time I had symptoms was in the last year of my degree in 2016, around January time, and my symptoms were quite dramatic. I was like fainting on public transport, I was coughing up blood. So all in all, it took 18 months for me to finally get a diagnosis, at which point I was told there was very little that could be done because my cancer had spread. It was really hard to relate to my friends. They were still going to work, going to the gym, getting promotions at work, going out with their boyfriend, going on dates, going on holidays, doing all these things. And at the time, they'd say, "Oh, what did you do this week?" And I would just be like, "Oh, well, I'm in hospital. That's all I've done. Maybe I've watched a movie that I didn't fall asleep halfway through." And I felt that it was something that nobody would ever be able to look past. And I didn't even blame people for the fact. I just felt like it's a foregone conclusion. I'm now not someone who can be seen as a romantic option. I just didn't think that was something that would happen for me now. So I was diagnosed in August 2017, which is when I met my social worker, Charlotte, and she was amazing, and we've had a really sort of a crazy relationship in a good way, because when we met, I was so poorly. She was actually helping me plan my funeral, and she's seen me, you know, get better in some respects. Obviously, I'm still on treatment, but she's seen me go from being in a wheelchair to walking again. She saw me do so many things with Click Sergeant. She's seen me publish a book. And all along, it's like, I've got this friend here who always understands. I can go and say, "Oh, well, this is happening now, and what should I do?" And she can give me advice, and she can sympathise with things. And it's kind of like having a big sister, but also one who really understands the ins and outs of things that are really complicated, like cancer treatment and benefits and like university applications. Without Click Sergeant, I wouldn't have made all the friends I've made. I wouldn't have met my boyfriend. I wouldn't have learned that I'm a strong person who can get involved with things. I wouldn't have found out my interest in charity. And without my Click Sergeant social worker, I really actually don't know what I would have done, because Charlotte was organising everything. Like talking to the DWP when they were being difficult, talking to the hospital, helping me advocate for myself. I really can't imagine myself sitting here now without her, actually.
I was terrified that I was going to lose my son. You have these ideas where you just want to rip the cancer out of him, and it's just gone. And you just can't do anything. And Hi, my name's Rhoda, and this is my son, Sufyan. Sufyan was diagnosed with synovial sarcoma, which is a rare form of cancer. in 2017 when he was 9. Sufyan told me one day on the way to school that he had a lump on his inner thigh, and we went from there, went to the doctor. By the end of the day, we knew that he had a tumour. So yeah, it was a very intense day. A long 3 months of chemo, and then finally we had to have the amputation because the chemo wasn't working for him.
Chemo, it wasn't working for me, and it made me like feel a lot sick, and like I had to stay away from people like a little bit. I lost like my hair and like the symptoms. Always felt a bit sick, and they said I could never walk again, and it was dangerous, and the cancer was obviously dangerous because I think I had a 70% chance of dying.
I think the initial fear was, will he be able to kick a ball again? I can remember sitting in a room with the surgeon and Sufyan, and the surgeon asking Sufyan what his worries were if he had an amputation. And the only question he asked him was, will I be able to kick a ball again? I think the worst thing is seeing your child suffering and feeling helpless and not being able to help them. And you know, you're putting their lives into someone else's hands. And that's horrible. It's really, really scary. And it changed our lives. It completely changed our lives. You know, 1 minute we're happy and he's spending 4 hours a day playing football, and then bam, he's in a hospital and he's going to lose his leg, and it all happened so quickly. I think if we didn't have Click Sergeant, I think I would have been completely lost. The social worker from Click Sergeant, Barbara, I love you. She was amazing, helped with absolutely everything. I can't even, can't express it. They helped me through every journey, like every stage of the journey, because you get thrown into the unknown and you don't know what to do, you literally don't know what to do. And for me, a lot of it was just being able to talk to someone. I was able to cry when I needed to. I was able to have a break when I needed to. And she was just there, just so supportive and helpful with everything that I needed to know. If I was struggling with something, I'd just give her a call and she'd magically come up with the answers. And that's exactly what I needed. I needed someone that I could rely on, that knew exactly what they were doing and was just there for me and for Sufyan, and that's exactly what they provided. So I think without, I would have been completely lost.
I've got a few words I want to say. Yeah. Click Sergeant, Click Sergeant.
Hi, I'm Harriet Wainwright, a young person social worker based at Weston Park Hospital. Thank you, Ladies' Voices, for supporting young lives against cancer. The money will go a long way in providing hardship grants for young people who I work with, who've started their first jobs, who've just moved out of home, and then have had to put pause on their lives whilst they start their treatment. This has helped them maintain their independence, but still manage to have their treatment. So thank you very much.
So picture this, I'm 18 years old, and 3 weeks before I'm meant to start my university degree, I find out I have a brain tumour. I go through the hardships of surgery, radiotherapy, and get the all clear, go in for my second year, and it shows up again. It's hard seeing your friends graduate without you. It affected every aspect of my life. I had to learn how to walk, swallow, and talk again. But I did it. I got my degree. Cancer does not define me. I'm strong. I'm stronger with the help of those who support me. But there are more young people like me out there. I ain't the only one, and they need you to fight for them to stop cancer destroying their lives.
Hi everyone! We know this is a really difficult time for you all. That's why
we're so grateful for your support and everything you're doing for children.
And young people facing cancer.
They need us now more than ever.
And it's thanks to supporters like you
that we can keep doing what we do.
Stay safe and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Connie Spencer and I'm an 18-year-old in my final year of A-levels. I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a form of blood cancer, in January 2020. My diagnosis changed my life. I faced so many physical and emotional challenges as a result of it and wouldn't have coped without all of the support that was given to me. Click Sergeant is a leading cancer charity that helps both children and teenagers who are dealing with the disease. My Click Sergeant support worker was like a best friend to me. She was there when I felt alone and she encouraged me to fight through all of the pain. Click Sergeant was always available for support and advice and they supported me throughout my treatment. Click Sergeant also offers the Homes Away from Home service. These are homes that are closer to hospital so that when we're sick and need care, we don't have to travel long distances. They're a lifesaver for so many people and it's clear to see how just having a closer place to stay can have such a positive impact on such an awful time. I'm happy to say that since 2020 I've had the all clear and I now work closely with Click Sergeant and get to see all of the great things they do closer up. I'm now collaborating with them to help their service improve. Please do attend the concert, make a donation and support this great charity in their mission to help more young people. Thank you.
Good evening everybody. Is the sound coming through okay, Josh? Can you hear it nice and clearly? I'm Rob Aldred and behind me can I introduce you to Ladies Voices Choir. So Josh, you might want to just go through the different camera shots and make sure everyone can see the ladies. So I'm going to start off to this side. This is the sopranos. Make some noise, sopranos. Let me get to the altos in the middle. Mezzos over here. I might know they make the most noise. So, where do I go? So, for about the next hour and a half, we're going to entertain you. We've got a really varied programme of music. We've got some Madonna. We've got some Jen Bostic songs. I'm hoping she might be tuned in having a listen, or we might see it later. We've got some Elton John. We've got some solos. We've got some duets. We've got some songs from musical theatre. It's quite light and entertaining. It's quite fun. I think you're going to enjoy it. We've had an unbelievable amount of technical challenges this week. So on Monday, we thought we were going to be able to hold this concert inside the church. And then the government came out with some new rules that say non-professional choirs could only have a maximum of 6, which clearly wasn't going to work. So everyone's pulled together. You can see we've got lots of gazebos in case it rains. We've got 3 cameras set up. We've got about 8 different microphones. And we've got some people on the technical desk. So Josh, let me say thank you to you now in case I forget later. Josh Hancocks. And we have Dr. Ennis from Poldark. We will get him out in a bit so you can see him. He's the dishy vicar of the Dronfield with Holmesfield team. He's posted me on Facebook about half an hour ago, so I'm now going to get my own back for the next hour and a half. So we're going to entertain you. What else? We're raising money for Click Sergeant. It is a children's cancer charity. We have a Just Giving page, and we have a raffle with some really great prizes. So if you've not already seen the links either on Facebook or Instagram or wherever we've posted them, if you went to www.ladiesvoices.com, there's a page specifically on there with all the details of the concert, and all the links are on there. We're already up to about £2,000 on the Just Giving page, which is just fantastic. Clearly lots of you that are watching would have donated, so thank you very much for that. And we're up to about 450, I think, on the raffle, so we almost achieved our target. The raffle will get drawn at about 8:20, and we'll announce the prize winners later on during the concert. I don't think there's anything else more prattle I need to say. The ladies are going to talk to you as we go through the session. So we're going to do the first 3 slots. We're going to have Hollywood. It's one of John Bostick's great songs. Then we're going to sing something a little bit more cool. It's called Home. And then we're going to go a slightly smaller group, Elton John's Your Song. So we're going to go to Hollywood to start.
Raise 'em up to Hollywood. Raise 'em up to Hollywood. Come on now, raise 'em up to Hollywood. Raise 'em up to Hollywood. I love my not so fancy life. Everybody's trying to see the world from way up high. And I won't even fly to California. You know my life, well it'll probably bore ya. Don't ever need to be on a big screen. Probably wouldn't do it if I could. Don't ever wanna be that flashy, so it's to Hollywood. Don't want everybody talking about me just because I look so good. Don't ever wanna be on a big screen, so it's to Hollywood. Everybody sing, raise 'em up to Hollywood. Raise 'em up to Hollywood. Let me hear ya, raise 'em up to Hollywood. Raise 'em up to Hollywood. Bottle service in my living room. Everybody's trying way too hard to keep up, be cool. And I can even spell the word Ferrari. Don't wanna travel around with a small army. Don't ever wanna be on a big screen. Probably wouldn't do it if I could. Don't ever wanna be that flashy, so here's to Hollywood. Don't want everybody talking about me just because I look so good. Don't ever wanna be on a big screen, so it's to Hollywood. Everybody sing, raise 'em up to Hollywood. 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 Go to the store and no one knows. Yeah, I pick out all my own clothes. And I don't own a private jet. When I don't win, I don't pitch a fit. Don't ever wanna be on a big screen. Probably wouldn't do it if I could. Don't ever wanna be that flashy, so it's to Hollywood. Don't want everybody talking about me just because I look so good. Don't ever wanna be on a big screen, so here's to Hollywood. Everybody sing, raise 'em up to Hollywood. Raise 'em up
Hi everyone. It's been a really tough year for choirs everywhere, and Ladies' Voices is no exception to that. In March last year, we had to decide whether we wanted to continue as a choir or whether we wanted to pause and put everything on hold and wait for the pandemic to pass. We're really pleased that we decided to keep going, and we did that through a combination of online rehearsals using Zoom, individual rehearsals at home using practice files, outdoor rehearsals in smaller groups where we could, and there was even a couple of months at the end of last year where we were able to rehearse inside, socially distanced. It's not been ideal, but ultimately we were able to learn new music, to develop and evolve as a choir, and we even recruited new members over the last year, which is fantastic. At Christmas, we held our first virtual choir concert, and we raised £2,500 for Action for Children. It was a huge success. We would love to smash that target tonight and raise even more money for Click Sergeant. As well as having the Just Giving page that you can donate to, we also have a wonderful raffle. If you go to our website, like Rob said earlier, ladiesvoices.com, you can find all the details and a link to the raffle page. In there you can see the fantastic list of prizes that we have that have been kindly donated by local businesses. So we're going to be drawing the raffle later this evening. So you've not got too much time left, so please go and buy your raffle tickets while you still can. Next up, we're going to be performing a song by Jen Bostic called What Love Feels Like. That's going to be led by Ellie. And after that, you're going to be treated to a duet by Kate and Sue of Send in the Clowns.
Everybody wants to know what love feels like. From the pauper to the queen, it's something we can fight. You can try to make believe that it's something you don't need, but everybody wants to know what love feels like.
Money, fame and fortune have a way of running out. Human nature has a way of turning things around. Searching for an answer you wouldn't know even if you found. There's only one thing we desire when the sun goes down. Everybody wants to know what love feels like. From the pauper to the queen, it's something we can find. You can try to make believe that it's something you don't need. Oh, but everybody wants to know what love feels like. We're all fighting battles and we're all hiding scars, but the pages of our history don't define who we are. There's healing in a kind of word, a smile or a touch, believing in a little bit of hope underneath the dust. Everybody wants to know what love feels like. From the pauper to the queen, it's something we can find. You can try to make believe that it's something you don't need. Oh, but everybody wants to know what love feels like. Na 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 Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in the clowns. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Just when I'd stopped opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, no one is there. Don't you love farce? My fault, I fear. I thought that you wanted what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? Just send in the clowns. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my timing this late in my career. And where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year.
This year began with lots of challenges for us, as it did for people up and down the country. We had the sudden school closure back in January, the return of the dreaded homeschooling, and the toughest of social restrictions in the coldest and darkest of months. During those days, for many of us, the Monday evening online rehearsals that we kept going were gave us much needed connection and reminded us of the mood enhancing magic of music. The sheer joy that when we finally got back together a few weeks ago and started to rehearse in the graveyards was just incredible, and we finally got to meet face to face some of our newest members. I cannot begin to fathom how difficult the past 15 months have been for those children and young people who, on top of everything else that the last 15 months has thrown at us, have received a cancer diagnosis. It really does give a new depth to the meaning of the word adversity. The charity that we're supporting tonight, Click Sergeant, gives invaluable support, that's emotional, practical and financial support, to those young people and their families who are dealing with cancer. Some examples of this are helping to cover the costs of transport to hospital, sorting accommodation near the hospitals, and also attaching social workers to families to help the children and the young people to thrive, not just survive. Please, please help us tonight if you can by digging deep and donating to our Just Giving page and buying our raffle tickets. Thank you.
Hi everyone! We know this is a really difficult time for you all. That's why
we're so grateful for your support and everything you're doing for children.
And young people facing cancer.
They need us now more than ever.
And it's thanks to supporters like you
that we can keep doing what we do.
Stay safe and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm introducing it. Am I on? Oh. Hello everybody. Didn't know I was on. So our next track is a firm favourite of mine. During lockdown I took to my kitchen singing and dancing. So this next track that we're going to do was released in 1983. It's from a well-known movie. So everybody, you've got to grab your leg warmers, get your headband out. We are going to sing What a Feeling from the hit movie Flashdance. First, when there's nothing but a slow glowing dream that your face seems to hide deep inside your mind. All alone I have cried silent tears full of pride in a world made of steel.
So please, if you haven't donated and you're able to, there's still time to do so via our Just Giving page. It's very easy to do, and don't forget that if you're a UK taxpayer, you can add gift aid to your donation, as every penny counts. But now for a slight change of mood. We've another song for you performed by us all, originally recorded by Radiohead back in September 1992. It was their debut and most successful single, Creep.
Hello again. It's back to me. The less, not quite so good looking compared to all the ladies that have been talking to you before. But don't worry, Dr. Ennis is going to make an appearance later, ladies. We're going to turn that camera around. Get him out to the front. He's been dancing and clapping and filming and waving and doing. He's zooming in on me now, trying to get his own back. So where do we get to? You probably hear some background noise from the Green Dragon. Nowhere near as good as what we're doing. I'm sorry, you might have heard a few trains come past as well. So I'm thanking and blaming Ollie. Was his name? That's not Dick. No. I meant to say Department of Culture and Media, whatever it is. It's Oliver Dowders, isn't it? I'm blaming Oliver Dowden for this. In his incompetence in meaning that we had to come outside tonight. But we'll get on to his silly little rules next week. So we're coming up to now. We're about halfway through the programme. We've got another Jem Bostic song. It's Revival. So I'm going to introduce you to Ali N in a minute. Can you see Ali on the camera? No, where is she? There she is. Ali N's going to come out. We've got two Ellies. Really talented vocalists. You've seen Ali already. You're going to see them both again in a minute. So Ali N's going to do Revival. And then Ali A's going to come out too as well. And they're going to do a really amazing duet of I Know Him So Well. But before we just do that, we're going to play you another little Click Sergeant video. I think this is Harriet, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the charity. I encourage you again, if you are able, please do give generously on the Just Giving page. You need to join in with our raffle. I don't know, anyone know what time it is? 10 past 8. You've got 10 minutes to get your tickets. The prize draw online closes at 20 past 8, after which it will draw the winners and let us know, and we'll let you know later in the programme. So we're not doing too bad on timing, actually, because I estimated 8:16 for this next piece, so we're actually ahead of schedule. So let's play the video, Josh, and it'll be Revival and I Know Him So Well.
Hi, I'm Harriet Wainwright, a young person social worker based at Weston Park Hospital. Thank you, Ladies' Voices, for supporting young lives against cancer. The money will go a long way in providing hardship grants for young people who I work with, who've started their first jobs, who've just moved out of home, and then have had to put pause on their lives whilst they start their treatment. This has helped them maintain their independence, but still manage to have their treatment. So thank you very much.
Tired and the way looks dark, it takes everything you have not to fall apart. Just remember, like a morning star, to let the world see who you are. There'll be trouble in this life. There won't always be a bridge to the other side. Keep your head up and your spirits high. Sooner or later will come your time. There's a revival coming this way. Yeah, there's a freedom that breaks it to the river. Take it to the river and wash it away. I said take
it to the river.
Come on, take
it to the river.
Go on, take
it to the river.
Take it to the river and wash it away. You got doubt.
Take it to the river.
You got pain.
Take it to the river.
You got fear.
Take it to the river.
Take it to the river and wash it away. You got sickness.
Take it to the river.
You got shame. You got a sin that needs forgiveness. Take it to the river. Take it to the river. Take it to the river. There's a revival coming this way. Yeah, there's a freedom that breaks every chain. Better get ready. It won't be long before revival's coming on. Take it to the river. Take it to the river. Take it to the river. Take it to the river and wash it away. I said take
it to the river.
You gotta take
it to the river.
You gotta take
it to the river.
Take it to the river and wash it away. Take it to the river. Take it to the river. Take it to the river. Take it to the river and wash it away. Nothing is so good it lasts eternally. Perfect situations must go wrong, but this has never yet prevented me wanting far too much for far too long. Looking back, I could have played it differently. Want a few more moments, who can tell? But it took time to understand the man. Now at least I know him well. Wasn't it good?
Oh, so good.
Wasn't it fine?
Oh, so fine.
Isn't it madness? He can't be mine. But in the end, he needs a little bit more than me. More security.
Needs his fantasy and freedom.
I know him so well.
No one in your life is with you constantly. No one is completely on your side. not be mine.
But in the end, he needs a little bit more than me. My security.
He needs his fantasy and freedom.
I know him so well.
It took time to understand him.
I know him so
So a little bit earlier, I asked you to raise them up for Hollywood. And now I'd like you to do the opposite. We want you to dig down deep into those pockets, if you can, and just give us a little bit of a donation for Click Sergeant, who are an absolutely amazing charity. You can do that a couple of different ways. You can Google Just Giving and look for Ladies' Voices, or you can go onto our Facebook page where you'll be able to see lots more information about us, and all the links are there for you to be able to donate. So we're going to sing another song for you now. Actually, it's a medley of songs. It's taken from the 2016 film La La Land. And that film's about an actress and a pianist trying to break through in LA, which allegedly is very, very difficult. But not as difficult as trying to get 32 pages of this song right with Rob in the background, snarling, cracking the whip, withholding food and drink. I think they are, well, they're saying that I'm right. So we really, really hope that you enjoy it. It's a fantastic medley of songs, but remember, dig deep while you're enjoying it.
It's another day of sun. Here's to the ones who dream, foolish as they may seem.
hearing tonight about Click Sergeant and the amazing job they do in supporting children, young people and their families who are facing cancer. So if you can, please dig deep and donate via our Just Giving page. Thank you so much. After our next video clip, our next song will be sung by Ellie, and it comes from Les Miserables. She sings the role of Eponine as she walks the streets of Paris and reflects on her reclusive life and her love for Marius, ultimately knowing that he can live without her, but there is no hope of them ever being together.
Good morning. My name's Louise Dolphin. I'm the team leader for Click Sergeant in Sheffield. And I just want to say a huge thank you to Ladies Voices for your incredible support. And also thank you to everybody who has donated this evening. We don't here at Click Sergeant receive any government funding for the work that we do, and we rely on donations and support from amazing people such as yourselves. So thank you very much for everything that you're doing. The money that you're raising this evening will cover the costs of all sorts of things that are so important to the families and the children that we work with, and all of the young people as well. For example, the money you're raising will cover the costs of initial grants to help families through those incredibly hard first few weeks when they find out that their child has been diagnosed with cancer. And at the moment for families, pressures are huge. COVID has only made things 100 times worse. So thank you very much for everything that you are doing. And most importantly, enjoy your evening. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. I hope to catch it online. And thank you. Thank you.
Pretending he's beside me, all alone I walk with him till morning. Without him I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way I close my eyes and he has found me. Rain, the pavement shines like silver. Oh, the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him, but only on my own.
Yep. Hi everyone, so I've got the delightful job of telling you who's won a raffle prize. So if you hear your name, I'm going to tell you what prize you've got. Hopefully I'll say your name right, and if I don't mean to cause any offence. So first up is the Ferndale Tea for Two, and that's been won by Carol Anderson, who's a soprano. Over there. And then we've got the ski and sports voucher, which was £50 from Dietz, which is wonderful, from Mary Kellery. A £20 Millthorpe nursery voucher goes to Fran Evans. A tranquil back massage goes to Joe Davis, who's my mate, so well done, Joe. Spoon, which is a lovely coffee shop down in Woodseats. Lucy Warburton, Warburton, I think it is. You've won a coffee and a cake voucher, so that sounds cool. Rob. You're never going to guess what you've won. Body shop hamper. Just what you always wanted, I'm sure. Kat, who's in the mezzos, has won a pram and pushchair or car seat deep clean, which is quite funny because she doesn't have any children. That'll be great. Pet Lovers Prize, which is a gorgeous little hamper from Mr. and Mrs. Bedingfield, is Suzanne Brindle. She's also in The Sopranos. The spring hamper goes to somebody else I know called Kevin Spick, and that's Amy's husband. And the gardener's gift, which is the one with the children's wellies in, also donated by Mr. and Mrs. Bedingfield, is Dave Spick. The feeder and 4-piece Sacateur set. What a delightful thing to have in the summer. Nick Yeomans, you've got that. Gardener's gift, which is Burge Cage and Laura Ashley gloves, that's fine. Joanne Burton. Oh, well, another choir win here. The Goodman's Retro Radio, which was donated by Wayne, who's Fran's other half. Kate Wharton. Well done. A tote bag is Fran Evans, and that's from Love and Unique. And another winner from the choir, donated by the choir, Carol donated a wine cooler, and that's going to CEO 9154. You know who you are. Excellent. There's a £10 beauty voucher from Karen Vickers Beauty Therapy, and that's going to Amy_Luscious28. There we go. And LK Nails voucher, which I'm delighted to say is going to one of my best friends, Craig, who lives all the way in London, so I'm going to have it. A £20 Adams Fruit and Veg box, which is Adams Fruits just up in Johnfield, is going to Catherine Brisdale. That's Kat, that's our friend Fran. And then finally, the whopping £50 Sainsbury's voucher, which was donated by Angelina and the Sainsbury's team in Bradway, goes to Ruth Grady. Oh, that's me. So I did quite well, but suffice to say, so we're coming to the last part of the show now, and I would just like to say, please, if you can make one more donation, then to do it now, because we're going to be ending soon. So if you get us just a little bit further to that target, we would really appreciate it. And we're going to sing another belter of a song. This is Like a Prayer, and this is the gorgeous Ellie who's going to be doing the solo on it. She's absolutely stunning. So I hope you enjoy, and thank you very much to everybody that donated, and thank you very much because we've raised over £500 for the raffle. So thanks so much.
take me there, just like you used to me. You are a mystery, just like a dream. You are not what you seem, just like a prayer, no choice, your voice will take me there. Just like a prayer, your voice will take me there, just like you used to me. You are a mystery, just like a dream. You are not what you seem, just like a prayer, no choice, your voice will take me there. Like a prayer, your voice will take me there. Like a prayer, take me there. Like a prayer.
Hello again. I said I don't like talking on camera, but this is the third time I've done it. So, ladies, it's been absolutely amazing, hasn't it? Yes? We did the right thing to do this concert tonight. We definitely did the right things to stick together as a group and have those, oh so painful, certainly for me anyway, online choir practice sessions. But I can tell they were good for learning the notes, so I can't hear anything. I just play the piano to myself. They all sing on mute and can learn their own parts, so they all sing solos. But look at some of the results we've got tonight. People know it really, really well. What else do I want? Oh, have you got another raffle winner?
Yeah, I forgot to do
So one more raffle prize winner. Right, it's a mounted photographic print. I know. Our very own Derbyshire ducky, Suzanne. You might not be able to see her at the back because she's so small. And she's hiding as well. Give them a wave, Suzanne. Suzanne, so she made a mounted photographic print of the River Calver, I think it is. And who was the winner? It's Amy Kitching. So Amy, if you're watching, you've won the mounted photographic print. Well done, congratulations. That's all the raffle. So I'm just going to talk about Click Sergeant one last time. So I just want to tell a little bit about how we came to know about Click Sergeant. So I'd never heard about Click Sergeant. So I'm the director of music at this church, and obviously we've had a pandemic, and we needed to adapt and be able to get our services out to the congregation and the community. So I set us up with a live stream system, and Joshua worked with me, and we figured out how to do it, and it went quite well. And I've got a mate of mine, Mark Rothman. I'm not going to say too much about Mark. I'm hoping he might see this. He's a funeral director anyway, and he phoned me up and said, do you think you can help a mate of mine and live stream your funeral? I said, absolutely not. But anyway, he gave me a phone number out anyway, and to cut the long story short, I did that. I've done quite a few of those during the pandemic, and so families could be there. And in the course of doing that, I met a really nice funeral director, Kate Spencer. So Kate and I had connected. I used Facebook to connect with the funeral directors on this, and she shared with me something about a cake sale that was raising some money for Click Sergeant. Now, I've got no idea what Click Sergeant was, but I clicked on it, and found out that it was a charity that supports children with cancer. Kate's daughter, Connie, amazing young lady, you're going to see her on a video in a minute. Connie was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, or she'll tell you herself. Stage 4, it was really quite a problem. Connie's come out the other side of that and is now doing well. She's in remission and she's recovering, I'm really pleased to say. Another side of that, so the reality of cancer. Sadly, on Monday this week, I went down to Northampton to... so when Connie was in hospital, she'd got a friend, Aaron. Aaron sadly passed away 2 or 3 weeks ago, just 14 years old. So on Monday, I went down and live streamed the funeral. So one of the donations you'll see on the page is from that, in memory of Aaron. So it's very, very real, this cancer with children. So if you can, please do put a donation on the page. If you might have already put one on, you might want to put another one. That's all fine too. It's too late for the raffle, so no point entering that anymore. But I want to give the final word to Connie. So Connie, she's a youth mayor for Derby as well. She's a really amazing young lady. So here's from Connie, and then we're going to finish our concert with "You Will Be Found," which is from the musical. Is it called Dear Evan Hansen? which I think someone put in a WhatsApp group the other day is coming out as a film at some point in the future as well. So we've picked a really good piece to finish the concert, You Will Be Found. So before I do that, thanks again, ladies. You're an amazing group. We really stuck together. We did well. I said you'd get to see Dr. Ennis. I'm not sure you're going to get to see him now, but I will post from Ladies Voices Facebook page tomorrow a few pictures of Dr. Ennis so you can see who I mean. And I'm going to put him alongside the Poldark guy. Yeah, he's I might put him on singing as well. He was singing in his robes the other day. I found a little video on the internet. He was singing Nirvana's song, Smells Like Teen Spirit. I was surprised to see this, but you're going to enjoy it tomorrow. I get my own back. So over to Carly, back to being serious. If you give us a final donation, please do. And then we're going to finish with You Will Be Found. Thanks very much for tuning in and watching.
Hi everybody, my name is Connie Spencer and I'm an 18-year-old in my final year of A-levels. I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a form of blood cancer, in January 2020. My diagnosis changed my life. I faced so many physical and emotional challenges as a result of it and wouldn't have coped without all of the support that was given to me. Click Sergeant is a leading cancer charity that helps both children and teenagers who are dealing with the disease. My Click Sergeant support worker was like a best friend to me. She was there when I felt alone and she encouraged me to fight through all of the pain. Click Sergeant was always available for support and advice and they supported me throughout my treatment. Click Sergeant also offers the Homes Away from Home service. These are homes that are closer to hospital so that when we're sick and need care, we don't have to travel long distances. They're a lifesaver for so many people and it's clear to see how just having a closer place to stay can have such a positive impact on such an awful time. I'm happy to say that since 2020 I've had the all clear and I now work closely with Click Sergeant and get to see all of the great things they do closer up. I'm now collaborating with them to help their service improve. Please do attend the concert, make a donation and support this great charity in their mission to help more young people. Thank you.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? So let that lonely feeling wash away, 'cause maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. Someone will come running, they'll take you